Hello, I'm Luke Nello and welcome to Best Replays of the Week Holiday Special, where we've gathered together the top 10 tips of the show and put them together in this nice present to hopefully improve your World of Tanks and get you on the show next year. So sit back, grab some cookies and enjoy the show I like to call the 10 Rules of Christmas. Roll out! Let's start off with the most basic of rules. Your minimap is your friend. Not only can you see every tank spotted and those that went unspotted, but you can use that info to guess where to spot those that were never spotted. You can even spot where your allies are if you have a big enough radio, and that's a lot of spotting. But what to do before the game starts? Check your minimap. A break in the fighting? Minimap. Shot from unknown position? Check the minimap. Reloading? Minimap. Waiting on the red line for the scout tank to peek? Minimap. You get the point. Enlarge it, use it, love it. Oh, and the letter M turns it back on again. Closely related to the first one, our second rule is, even if you can't see them, they are still there. This small forest looks peaceful and quiet, right? At best you'll find a reindeer in there, right? Our hero decides to charge across the frozen lake, ignoring the greyed out suspicious icons on the minimap. As it happens, those reindeers had some serious firepower at hand. Well, so remember, what you don't see can be far more dangerous than what you can. On to the next one. On snowy Erlenberg, we have two platoon mates trying to cross the river. But wait, that is an E3 hold down just across the bridge. A dash over would be suicide. Enter Rule 3. Attack where the enemy least expects. The chieftain keeps the E3 busy whilst the T-44-100 flanks around. Surprise! Two tanks on two flanks, outmaneuvered and outplayed. Attack where they least expect. On to Rule 4. Something very simple but often overlooked. Maintain your fire discipline. Our bulldog sits in a comfy bush, engine purring and warming the crew. But suddenly, a platoon of tanks approaches. Firing would mean certain death. Two of them are obliterated, but the AMX is still approaching fast. What do I do? Psst. Remember the see-through bush. Pull back, bush is no longer transparent, track the enemy, and boom. Never even spotted, like a true ninja. A lone patriot, the last man standing, the only hope for a glorious victory. But what do you do against overwhelming odds? You charge, of course! Shells fly, tracks rattle, and the ground shakes, but nobody stands above our hero. Kalabanov's Best Replay of the Week, GG. Well, not quite. This is more like the game we all play and love. Rule 5. You are not a one-man army. Play with your team. Unless you're Saboteur, of course. A KV-5 rounds a corner, but that's a Panzer E-100. What to do? What to do? Simple. Wiggle. Make those weak spots move to the rhythm. Just like that. Yeah. Back to the harder, more expert tips. Rule 7. If spotted, lose sight and reposition. Let's see our Type 64 demonstrate this one. Shoot, pull back, lose sight, and, no. If spotted, lose sight, then reposition. Using the same bush twice, well, you can see the results. Next up, one that many of us are guilty of. Rule 8. Tunnel vision is bad. An AMX just emptied their entire clip. Our hero in the 430U sees his moment. An empty autoloader, that's just free damage. But wait, aren't you forgetting something? Indeed, an important detail called 15 versus 15. Tankers, don't lose focus on one target. Remember to look around and scout properly. Something our 430U neglected to do. Nearing the end, here's one that players often overlook. Rule 9. If you've got time, use it. The cap has been started and 2 teammates rush back to defend. But that's a mouse with backup. There's no way this is going to work. Our T-54 lightweight charges into decap and fails spectacularly too. There must be a better way. And there is, as there's still plenty of time on the capture. No need to panic. Combine that with Rule 3 for a perfect flank and easy decap. So don't panic, don't rush, look at the clocks and take your time. That's a good way to get on to best replays of the week too. A chilly stalemate, TDs in bushes, LTs in position. How'd you break this deadlock? Our hero approaches. But our hero decides not to listen. Why is that? Rule 10. Don't do what your dead teammates just did. Repeating what the WZ had done and expecting a different outcome would be foolish. So don't repeat a mistake, even if your clearly overqualified teammate is telling you to do so. This very much still applies to heavy tanks. And that's it for this year. But before we go, I'd like to mention a special someone, our biggest fan, Piotr at the Children's Hospital in Gdansk, Poland. You're a brave soldier, fighting this Christmas from your hospital bed. So from all of us here at Best Replays of the Week, our volunteers and everyone at home would love to wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Get well soon, little buddy. But also Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year to everyone else, no matter the nation, tank line, or round choice. From all of us here at Best Replays of the Week, see you next year.